Excellency the President. So could I kindly ask that we all rise to our feet and accompanied by the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament and the Deputy Speaker.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the Right Honorable Speakers and Presiding Officers present, the Right Honorable Prime Minister of Uganda and the Leader of Government Business, the Right Honorable Leader of Opposition in Parliament, the Cabinet Ministers and Ministers of State, the previous Speakers of Parliament of Uganda, the members of the Diplomatic Corps, colleagues, honorable members of Parliament, representatives of the development partners, the Secretary General and staff of the Commonwealth Secretariat, the staff of Parliament and National Assemblies, the accompanying persons, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Parliament of the Republic of Uganda and on my own behalf, I welcome you to Kampala, Uganda, for the 27th Conference of Speakers and Presiding Officers of the National Parliaments of Independent Sovereignty States of the Commonwealth. It humbles us that many of you have traveled from land far and wide throughout the several hours to come and attend this conference and respect our invitation. You're most welcome. Your Excellency the President, the Right Honorable colleagues and distinguished guests, the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda is immensely gratified to have you in this function. We want to thank you for giving us time to come and open this conference of the speakers and presiding officers. Hosting this conference in Kampala is indeed remarkable milestone in the legislative history of Uganda and in the 11th Parliament of Uganda. In a special way, allow me to thank you, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for honoring our invitation to grace this function, and most importantly, for ensuring that this conference was well facilitated and the approval all came from you. We want to thank you so much. And we appreciate that gesture of the goodwill. Distinguished guests, I must pay tribute to our beloved President, for his consistent support in enabling the interparliamentary engagements and particularly aiding and hosting conferences, especially like this one of the Commonwealth, the IPU, and I want to recognize that the president of the IPU is in the house. In the same vein, I also want to recognize the tremendous efforts of our local organizing committee that was led by Honorable Katuntu in ensuring that there is timely and satisfactory organization in the 27 CSPOC conference that is starting today, that the president is going to open officially. For historic context, the Conference of Speakers and Presiding Officers of the Commonwealth was established in 1969, and the initiative of then was by the Speaker of the House of Canada, the House of Commons of Canada, and that is when it was established. Your Excellency and distinguished guests, CSPOC operates on a 2-year cycle, holding a conference of the full membership every 2 years, usually in January, and a meeting of the standing committee at the same time in the intervening year. The conference is aimed at maintaining, foster, and encourage impartiality and fairness on the part of the speakers and the presiding officers of all the parliaments in the Commonwealth states. 2, to promote knowledge and understanding of parliamentary democracy in the various forms and develop parliamentary institutions. Your Excellency and distinguished guests, the 27th CSPOC in Kampala is therefore in furtherance of the aforementioned objectives, which are in line with the Commonwealth values of democracy, human rights, international peace and security, tolerance, separation of powers, and rule of law. Hosting the 27th CSPOC in Uganda will accrue immense multiplier effect in widening our diplomatic frontier for cooperation through parliamentary diplomacy, 2, enhancing the tourism and trade, shaping the image of Uganda among the international community of nations, harmonization of legislative and parliamentary practices and procedures, 5, respect for partner states, irrespective of the size, the clout, the values, cultures, traditions, and where we disagree, we must do it respectfully. 6, uniformity in legislation and leveraging our international appeal as a hospitable destination. Your Excellency and honorable colleagues, our presence here is a testimony of our commitment to the continuity and prosperity of the Commonwealth. We are immensely gratified that you have taken off time on your busy schedules to travel and attend this conference. We do not take this for granted. We are highly indebted to you, Your Excellency. We convey our sincere thanks to the outgoing leadership under the stewardship of the Right Honorable Speaker of the Republic of Cameroon for their confidence in our ability to organize and host this event. And indeed, we have the ability. Distinguished guests, the Parliament of Uganda is a unicameral multi-party parliament established under Article 77 of the National Constitution. It comprises of 529 elected members of parliament and 26 ex-officio members, of which 34%, that is 189 members, are female. Besides the directly elected constituency representatives, the composition of Parliament of Uganda also includes women members of parliament, the youth, persons with a disability, the workers' MPs, the elders' MPs, the National Army, that is Uganda People's Defense. Honorable colleagues and distinguished guests, this speaks to the inherent diversity that is characterized in Uganda as a nation having 46.2 million people spread across 65 indigenous communities, as it is listed in the 3rd schedule of our national constitution. Various religious groups, the diverse ethnic nationalities, and various interest groups are all recognized in the House or in Parliament, and this is where the cohesion begins from and the national unity. In all this, we pay tribute to the President, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for his relentless commitment to realization of a just and fair society that works for all the people of Uganda, irrespective of their age, creed, religion, gender, and race. Your Excellency and honorable colleagues, the conference topics have carefully been selected to stimulate discourse and sharing of the best practices and experience, and these topics are diverse and inclusive parliaments, that is the youth and gender sensitivity, environment and climate change mitigation concerns, health and well-being in the parliament and parliamentarians, security and consensus building among the parliaments, especially where we have the multi-party system. I am confident that in this conference, it will provide yet another platform for us to hasten our collective resolve and direct our energies towards the greater equity and inclusivity, democratization, good governance, and the rule of law in the Commonwealth for the good of humanity that we do represent. Honorable colleagues, it is incumbent upon individual parliaments to devise mechanisms for effective monitoring of implementations of laws to establish the extent of its achievement to intended outcome in pursuit of desired democratic dividends. All the laws that we pass should be followed and they should be implemented to the latter. Distinguished delegates, during your stay in Uganda, we have organized a rich and elaborate itinerary for a memorable experience. Uganda being the Pearl of Africa, as rightly observed by the former British Prime Minister, Sir Winston Churchill, Uganda is indeed the Pearl of Africa. We therefore invite you to enjoy every moment in this beautiful land that is gifted by nature. Your Excellency and my dear colleagues, the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the people of Uganda are incredibly warm and hospitable. Our national parks are well endowed with various species of flora and fauna, including the mammals, reptiles, birds, insects, and other forms of landscapes, most of which are unique to only Uganda. I would request the video to be played for you to be able to see where you are and how unique they are. With some of the most beautiful ionic waterfalls along the majestic River Nile that I must see before you leave this country. Your Excellency, the President, please accept our sincere gratitude for your immense support towards our success of this conference, and also for personally being here to preside over this opening ceremony. You're most welcome, and forever, as legislature, we pledge our support to executive for the good working relationship that we have built. Right Honorable colleagues, I want once again welcome you, and I hope your visit to Uganda will be an experience like no other. I therefore wish you a fruitful deliberation and stay in a beautiful country in Uganda. I say all this for God and my country. At this juncture, I now take the singular honor of inviting the Fountain of Honor, the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, to deliver his remarks and officially open the 27th Conference of Speakers and Presiding Officers of the Commonwealth. Kindly please rise up to receive the President.